Hello, full stack web developer, and welcome to Coding for All. Fellow developers, are you ready to dive into the world of full stack web development? Here at Coding for All, we are not just another channel. We are your ultimate destination for mastering full stack web development. And guess what? We do it all with practical applications and utilizing free resources. In our last video, we got to know why to use Node.js and how to install Node.js in Windows for free. So check that out. And guess what? We are just getting started. So buckle up and get ready to take your skills to the next level. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell on because you won't want to miss out on the incredible content coming your way. So, what are you waiting for? Let's dive into the world of coding together right here on Coding for All. Now that you have successfully installed our node, let's go ahead and see how we can use it to start creating applications. And for that, the first thing that we need to check is the version of Node. And for that, we will go to Visual Studio Code or Visual Code Studio. I'm never good with this name. So here we are. We can simply go to a new terminal. And now here, terminal, you can simply write node space dash v. So now you can see that this is telling you the node number, and it should. And I believe that you must have got the same version of node. If not, then please check that out, that how we can install this latest version, because otherwise you may face some issues. So it's better to get the updated version that you can simply see from our last video, that how we can install it in Windows under 3 minutes for free. So it is going to be really easy for you. Okay, now once it is done, now we have made sure that we have got the right version. The next thing to learn is to use the node repel, REPL. Let me show you what's that. So node REPL stands for read, evaluate, print, and loop. This is not unique to Node. It's something that we can do with most programming languages, and it's basically an environment like the Node runtime environment, where we can put in user inputs in the form of code, and what we write is read by the computer and evaluated line by line, and then it prints out the result back to us in the command line or in the console. And to initiate the node repel, all we have to do is to type command node. Let me show you how we can do that. So here we are. We'll simply write node. Okay, so you see this sign, this small arrow, which tells you that you have successfully entered the node REPL repel. Now in the node repel, what we are going to do, we can type some commands, such as they have already told you .help. So let me see what we get, and you can simply press tab instead of writing everything down. Okay, so now you have got a few commands, for example break, help, exit, load, save, etc. But most important one, because very often the hardest thing with repel is how to exit them. So for that we can either use .c exit, and now we are out. But if we want to enter there again, so we will again write node, and now we are there. If the little arrow shows up, that means you are inside repel, and if it doesn't, that means it's ended. Another method is that you can press Ctrl C 2 times, and now you're exit again. See, and the good thing is that if you press Control C 2 times, it won't only take you out from the node but from any command line thing. So it's just a shortcut. Now let me get you back to the repel, and I'm just going to, if there is some difficulty, I can raise this window. Just in case if there are subtitles on your side, so you can just look from here. Now I believe it is easier for you. So let me show you an example that how we can do it. For example, if I just get back inside there, oh sorry, node, now inside 3 plus 5, it's 8. Okay, now you see that I really, what did we do? It read my thing that I wrote 3 plus 5, it read 3 plus 5. Then when I press enter, it just evaluated and then it printed me out what the result was. So this is what we know as repel, and we can use it as JavaScript like we did in past. And you can have a play around with the node repel, and hopefully by the end you will see that this is really similar to what we have been able to do using the JavaScript console in the browser. But in this case we have just taken it out of the browser and we are using node to enable us to run that JavaScript code. Now the final thing that I want to show you in terms of using Node.js is how we can use a JavaScript file. And because as useful as a repel is in the command line, what we actually need to do is write full code files and use runtime environments. So for this you can download the file that I have attached in the description below, and I will also try my best to place that in my comment section with a pin. So there will be two different links that you can use to download the same file. And for this we can simply, okay, we can simply open folder, you can see I have written here something. Let me add this in console.log, and then I can write hello full stack developers, control S. Now it's saved there. Now what if I want to run this out? How can I do that? So for this I'll go to terminal. Okay, so we are already inside this folder. That's great. Otherwise we could simply write cd and paste this directory like we did in the past. So now what if I want to see what is inside it? Sorry, node. Great. So now I won't only write node like we did in the past to enter repel, but this time I'm much more interested to see what is inside this folder. So I can simply write here, then I press enter, and that is what we wrote inside. So now we were able to run it instead of in Google Chrome or browser. We did on Node. We did it through Node.js on our Visual Code Studio, and hopefully this just worked as well for you like it did for me. And if you want some extra practice, I recommend creating another JavaScript file inside the same folder and write some code in there. Use Node to run that file, so just you can have some practice using Node. Okay, that was all for this. So in this video I can guarantee that you got to learn another thing, and now we are going to move on to look at some native node modules and see how we can leverage them in order to add more power to our node applications. For all that and more, we'll catch up next time. But before that, like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel so we may learn and grow together. Until then, good luck and bye full stack web development.